In the Ryan Murphy world of American Horror Story, I played Tate Langdon. He was just crazy. A teenager, kind of love-obsessed with Violet and, wanted to be in this relationship with her, but also was seriously chemically imbalanced and had a horrible childhood and kind of a monster.
Then who after Tate?
Kit Walker, who was kind of your everyman who was in an interracial relationship and then got abducted by aliens. He came back seemingly insane to everybody else, but he was just sort of living his truth. And he was, put in an insane asylum. Then it was Kyle, who we called Franken Kyle. He's this college frat guy and then gets in an accident and then gets sewn back together and brought back to life, sort of as this kind of Frankenstein monster who has to relearn how to talk and walk. And then it was Jimmy Darling, who had the lobster hands.
The lobster hand.
That was for Freak Show. That was crazy. And then Mr. March for Hotel. He was also insane. And a mass murderer. He was kind of based off of H.G. Wells. And then I did Edward Mott, who was the great-grandfather of Dandy Mott. Edward Mott died. And then I played Rory. Don't know his last name. And he was the actor that was playing Edward Mott. Yes. I was playing a person who played a person who had died. I played that person, and then I also died as that person. Both of them died. We did Kai Anderson, who was the last installment of Horror Stories, who was also insane. And, just a total megalomaniac, and has this cult that he's formulating. It was like this cult where he brings these people in and does this pinky power and tries to lure them in and make them tell the absolute truth and sort of figures out your weaknesses and then capitalizes on that and sucks you into the cult and tries to empower you and make you feel good about yourself and also, chastises you with negativity. And now Pose. Pose is not so scary. It's set in 1987. I play Stanley Bose, who's a yuppie, essentially, from Jersey, and is trying to climb the ladder of New York City success and rise to the top. And he's actually got a job at the Trump office. Oh. I sort of get a little bit by a bug of the transgender underworld. Mm. Yes. And chaos ensues. First album I ever bought, I think it was either an MC Hammer cassette or a Vanilla Ice cassette. Parachute Pants was where it was at with me. We had those net mesh shirts that were cut off we would wear outside and our parachute pants. Solo. Just solo. We were also into Criss Cross and we did the backwards pants for a little while too. Ice Ice Baby for sure. Oh yeah. Definitely. And can you touch this? Can't touch this. Can't touch this. It's been a long time. My first date?
Yeah.
I guess it was just driving around in my Pontiac Vibe. Hatchback, sexy silver hatchback.
Where was your first kiss? In that same car, I'm sure.
No, it was probably Spin the Bottle back in St. Louis. It's always weird. You got the crush on the one girl, and then you end up getting the other girl, or she gets it for your friend, and you're like, oh, damn, So it's hard to match up with the girl you really want to kiss, but then when you finally do, it's like, oh my God, your chest is pounding, and it's a little too wet and weird, and yeah. Well, first it was the Olsen Twins, for sure. They kind of got me out to L.A. I was like, I gotta meet him. I was a big fan of Shia LaBeouf and Even Stevens, and was like, oh man, I would love to be on the Disney Channel. I met Ashley. She's sweet. I was a little nervous, but she was cool. By that time, my crush had changed and moved on.